Welcome to the video, everyone. This is a 30-minute sprint race multi-class around Paul Ricard. This is the layout without the chicane on the back straight.
Green.
This is Wednesday morning, really early in Perth, Western Australia. So this is my first race in the new combo for the week. I think it's probably the first race for a lot of the people in this race because lap times are pretty terrible, lots of mistakes, lots of errors, quite eventful. But a really enjoyable race. We've also got LMP3s and some GT3s. So we're able to get through the first corner unscathed, but there's a little bit of carnage ahead.
On your left,
and we'll have a look at the replay in just a second to see what happened.
Still there.
Sector 1 is green. It looks...
So this is a trackside view of the incidents at this particular corner. A number of drivers lock up. One spins out quite badly. And there's a bit of carnage. Let's have a different view. This fella locks up and just runs straight forward. So he's probably locked his fronts. If he'd locked his backs, the rear end would have gone. This guy locked his back wheels or back tyres, and that's why he spun out. This poor fella gets cannoned into, and then the other guy comes across the front of his car.
Like Alves and Dietrich have gone
Not
off.
a good start for these fellas. Let's get back to the
Clear
light.
right.
Let's go have a look at the start for the GT3s. There was only one little minor incident, which was good. That's a trackside view of the incident. Now let's get on board. He tries to do the overtake on the inside, runs a little deep, and spins out. So let's get back to the live action. Now, for the first race of the week, I generally like to start from the back because obviously haven't had much time to practice, probably only about 15 minutes. So looking just to get a clean start, which I have, and then try and make a few moves as we go through. I noticed here that he was quite tentative leading into this corner and slowed down a fair bit, so I thought I would go for the move on the inside and was able to pull it off. He runs quite wide and that has a little bit of a moment, and I'm able to make the overtake. And let's get back to the normal view, cockpit view, in just a second.
Okay, Mons, the next car is Olivier.
Oh, he's a spinner.
Yellow flag, sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is clear.
So let's have a look and see what happened to the spinner. Yeah, loses the rear end, and then pulls back onto the circuit, and then the car behind runs straight into him. Let's have another view from the car behind. Yeah, he tries to make avoiding action and spins out. He's able to return to the circuit. Now let's get back to the live action.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Tanio.
Very wide and deep. So we notice here P5 runs quite deep, but he's able to get back and make the corner. but he would have a compromised corner, I would think, and loses a bit of speed coming out of the corner. And I don't think I had a particularly good
P6.
exit from that corner either. Now I get a much better run coming out of turn 1 and 2, but I don't really get by and get the overlap. There's no way in the world I'm going to go for an overtake there, it's just too risky. But still wanted to show my nose just to get him thinking, get in his mirrors. And hopefully we can make an overtake soon.
Come on, nail him already.
I'm trying to, Jim.
Your tyres are cold, watch out. Christopher and Pietro Feza have stacked it. Sector 3 is now clear.
Let's go have a look at the incident that occurred behind us. So the car in the rear goes for the move along the inside, and the other car tries to get back on the racing line and takes him out. Here's a better view. He keeps to the inside, the other guy runs wide and deep and then tries to come back for the apex, and yeah, I think this guy is the innocent party. I'm not sure what you guys would think.
The leader's just done a 144.4.
Let's get back to the live action.
Cody has just retired.
My goodness me, brakes so early.
Car left. Hold your line.
Now I certainly have overlap here, but
Hold
there's
your
no
line.
way I'm
Clear
going to
left.
risk
Just
a
turns
crash
in
here.
like I'm not even there.
Yep, that was my fear, Mons. I thought he might just go for the apex, regardless of whether I was there or not. It looks like P4 made a bit of an error, and an overtake was made on him. Now we've got to try and get past this
The
guy.
next car is Sam.
We'll see how we go. Now let's go to a third person view. I want to see if I can make the overtake around the inside like I did a few laps before. He runs very wide. I try and stay on the inside. And full credit to him, he didn't try and get back to the racing line. Allowed the overtake to be done. I'd say that's pretty good racing. By all, he made the error and wanted to live to fight another day. So let's get back to the normal
The
cockpit.
leader has just done a 143.8.
Right side. Clear right.
We like this. Keep doing it. E5. Now I've raced P1 and P2 many times. Yellow
P1
flag,
is
caution.
absolutely rapid. He's already getting into the 1 minute 43s. It takes me a few more races to be able to do that. And P2, I've raced him many times.
Green flag, sector
They're a
2.
similar pace. Now I'm trying to get an overtake done around the inside. This fella that I'm racing is very good here. I make a really big error and I run deep and wide and off the track. And he's been very gracious in giving me the space to get back on the track. However, he makes a bit of an error coming to this corner. He runs quite deep.
Still there.
I'm able to make the inside and make the overtake. So thank you to the now P5 for allowing me back on and racing me cleanly. Thanks, mate.
Nice one, Mons. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P4. The gap to Tanio behind is increasing. It's now 0.4. It looks like Spinner has gone off. Green
Let's
flag,
have a
sector
quick look
3.
at what happens to this GT3 driver. He gets a bit too much of that curb and loses the rear end. So yeah, you've got to be careful with those curbs and not get too much of them. Let's get back to the live action.
Yellow flag. 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. We think that Dietrich has crashed. Green flag, sector 2.
Now just look at the delta on the top left hand side. You'll see that P3 is losing a lot of time.
Green flag, sector 3. We
So
think
an incident must
Matthew
have
has spun
occurred.
off.
So let's go see what happened to P3. So he looks a bit sketchy there. And then he loses the rear end big time. Those tyres will be absolutely torched. I imagine he's got very little grip. Now let's get back to the live action.
Coming up on a slower class car.
On your right, clear right.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Mons. The car ahead is Matthew.
So I think that P3 ahead's tyres are torched. And as we approach turn 1 and 2, that's confirmed. And he just loses the rear end big time. Here's a cockpit view, a bit sketchy there. Yeah, and just lost all traction. And as you can see, I just drove past. So back to the live action, and we should see P3 just to my left. So now we need to try and catch up to Max Sec in
We can see
P2.
Matthew has binned it. Green flag in sector 1.
And as I said, Max and I have similar pace, so it's highly unlikely I will be able to catch him on raw pace. So I need him to either get some bad traffic or maybe make an error or two.
In front is Max, yellow flag sector 3.
Well, let's get on board with Dario, who's in P1, and even he is making the odd error or two. He goes for the overtake on the GT3 and then loses the rear end. What's amazing about Dario here is he's torched his tyres, but he's still able to drive with good pace. So he makes a safe return. You can see Max goes for the overtake on the inside. And now we'll get back on board with Dario in third person. And notice he's able to sort of get back to normal racing lines and pace pretty quickly. And now we come to the last corner. I don't think Max gets the best exit from this corner. I think Dario gets a much better exit. Max pulls to the inside, and I think he lifts to let Dario back in front. I don't think Max is interested in fighting Dario for the next 12 minutes.
Tanio
Now
behind
we get
is
back
now
on board.
0.6 P3.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Sector 3 is clear, green flag. 914.
Right side. Clear right.
Stewards have warned us about You're approaching a group of slower class cars.
Car left. Clear left. On your right. Clear right.
I just always seem to catch the traffic at the wrong times.
The track temp's increasing.
And
It's
I
now
was getting a
23
bit frustrated
Celsius.
there. I was
Slower
getting held
class.
up
Car
a
right.
fair bit.
Clear right.
The gap behind is now
That's the
0.3.
beauty about multi-class. Sometimes the traffic you win, sometimes you lose. Lost on this occasion.
Car left. Clear left.
Stay between the lines, please. Mons. Yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like Carlos has spun off. Sector 1 is green. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Moreira has binned it. Slower car ahead. It's their class leader.
Now I mentioned earlier that it's unlikely I would be able to catch Max unless he made a mistake or hit traffic. Well, fortunately for me and unluckily for him, he makes a couple of errors. He ran a bit deep there. But let's see what else happens here. Yeah, he spins out here and loses a lot of time. That is so easy to do there. And as you can see with the Delta, I'm starting to catch up. Now let's get back on board with the live action.
Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is green. We think that Moreira has gone off. You're reeling, Max, in. The gap is 2.0.
So it looks like Max may have damaged his
Yellow flag in
tyres.
sector 3.
I seem to be able to be making up some serious time on
Green
him.
flag in sector 3, green flag sector 1.
Now I've just got to keep chipping away and see if I can reduce that gap.
Green flag in sector 2.
A bit more.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Yeah, something is definitely going wrong for Max's tyres. He's just lost about a second in 3 or 4 corners. So
Sector 3 is
really
yellow.
struggling with those tyres, I'd say. He's been able to make a really good exit.
Green flag
at that
sector 3.
corner. Let's see if I can catch up.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Sector 1 is clear. Green flag sector 3.
On your left. Clear left.
Yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear. On a slower car.
On your left. Clear left. Right side. Clear right.
Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is now clear.
Car left. Clear left.
Now I'm starting to think that we're going to have a really good battle with Max, but unfortunately that is not to occur. Keep your eye on the car coming, re-entering the track.
Car left. Car right.
Yeah.
Clear right.
I end up on my roof.
Yellow flag.
I'm not too happy at the moment. Now here's a better view. As we come around the corner, that car in question is re-entering the track. I think tries to get out of Max's way, comes to the inside of the track, going very slow. There's no way in the world I can avoid him. And unfortunately, I lose a lot of time. But I still am able to race. Now let's get on board with the car in question to see what led up to him being off track. And as you can see, he skids out badly. His tyres are absolutely wrecked beyond compare, I would say. He re-enters the track, and that's Dario has to make avoiding action, I think, there. I think it was Dario, and he spins out again. Re-enters the track. Max has to take avoiding action, and I'm trying to get through on the inside, and I end up on my roof. So not a good outcome for me. Here's a view from Max's car. As you can see, I think he tries to get out of Max's way and goes to the inside and gets in my way. He's going nowhere near race speed, and there was no way I could avoid him. But they're the sort of shenanigans that happen on day one of the new dailies, but we all live to fight another day. So let's get back to the live action. Now I've got front damage and rear damage. Car's a little sketchy.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Come on man, keep pushing.
Well, after getting back on track after the incident, it's been a little quiet, so we'll just skip forward a lap or two, and now we're just about to start the
Sector 3's
last
yellow.
lap of the race.
We can see base has gone off. Yellow flag, watch out. It looks like Backmeyer has stacked it. Green flag, sector 1. There's a group of slower cars ahead.
On your left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Green flag, sector 3. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
On your right. Clear right.
Okay, Marmons, you're coming up on some slower cars. These guys are busy fighting, they might not notice you.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
Is the winner.
Well, thanks everyone for watching the race. I hope you enjoyed it. It certainly was eventful. Ended up coming P4, so I'm not going to complain about that considering I was on my roof. But if you did enjoy the video, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you in the next videos. Now as we cross the finish line, we'll just quickly check out the results and then leave you to enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, pit stop requested. P4. There's the finish. Good drive.
So I was able to come away with a P4, so pretty happy about that. My best lap time was a 1:44.27. Not great. I was able to get down into the 1:43s in the coming races. Was able to move up 9 positions, so not going to complain about that. Lost a bit of driver rank and safety rank. This stage is irrelevant. But thanks everyone for watching the video. I hope to see you in the next ones. Have a great day and ciao for now.